Hi everyone. In this Sup with SAP video, we're going to look at investigatory transactions that allow us to find previous transactions that created documents inside the system. Let's go ahead and get started. In most of the videos you find in this class, I go through a process from start to finish. So I start the procurement process with a purchase requisition and then move on to a purchase order and then receive goods and then receive an invoice and then pay that invoice. And the system, since I'm moving from transaction to transaction seamlessly, automatically fills in the various transaction document numbers for the next transaction in the sequence. But it's entirely possible in class and in the real world that you may have a delay between one transaction and another, or that different individuals are actually interacting with the system and moving from one transaction to the next. And in those cases, you wouldn't necessarily have that transaction information right in front of you. Now, in class, in my videos, I also tend to copy down my document numbers in a separate notepad file so that I have access to those numbers when I need them. But if for some reason you forgot to copy those numbers down, or you made an error somehow and you don't have the right number, I want to show you the various transactions you can use to rediscover your various document numbers that you might need. Let's start with sales. If you are trying to sell something, you're typically starting with a sales order, and you start creating a sales order with VA01. If you want to find a previous sales order, you can use VA02 or VA03. If you recall, 01 is creating the document, 02 is changing an existing document, and 03 is displaying an existing document. If I want to display an order that I previously created, I can click on the search button, and then I can search by material using a wildcard search. If you didn't know the material, you could also search by customer. Maybe you remember that you sold something to Peachtree Bikes, but you don't remember what it was. You could search by customer instead. The most current version of SAP has a strange interface error where this window is off the top of the screen, but if you grab the bottom right corner and move it just a little bit, it will snap down so you can see the entire thing. And here you can see actually all of my orders and my quotations that I've created during this example period. So I have order 9 and 10, and I have quotations starting with the number 2 and then 2 and 3. And I could click on any of these, and then I could examine those documents, and if I needed to, using VA02 or VA22, I could edit those documents if necessary. If you're looking for a previously created outbound delivery document, you can use VL02N or 03N, and you could do a similar search, or you can search by particular items using a wildcard search. And here you can see my 2 outbound delivery documents for shirts and repair kits. For procurement, you can go and look for previously created purchase orders using ME23N. This transaction will bring up your previous purchase order, but if you want to find a different one, you can click on the button that says Other Purchase Order in your toolbar. You can search, and you can find things, again, based upon materials or based upon particular vendors. I'm going to choose material, and I'm going to do a wildcard search. And you can see the various purchase orders that you've created throughout your semester. For production, it's possible that you have misplaced the number for your planned order or your production order. For planned order, you can use MD16. You can search by material. You'll have to specify a particular material and a particular plant. And unlike other transactions, if your planned order has been converted to a production order, you won't find anything. So while I'd love to demonstrate this for you, I don't actually have any outstanding planned orders that I haven't converted to production orders. So there's nothing that I can search on that'll actually show anything for you. For an existing production order, you can look them up using CO 03. So be careful when you're writing your notes here. It's CO and then a 0 and then a 3. And again, you can search for specific items based upon the material and routing and type a wildcard search for material and find all your various production orders. That's just a quick demonstration of some of the ways that you can find some of your pre-existing document numbers. If you have any other issues, certainly contact your teacher or your TA and they'll be happy to help you. Thanks so much for watching. See you next time.